This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
So Brian, how would you assess how the season's gone since January for you?
Yeah, so look, since Christmas, we've certainly turned things around. I think our performances have been a lot more consistent. If you just took the results from Christmas through until this point in the season, we'd actually be in the top 6. So certainly a big turnaround from a pretty sluggish start. Based really on some really good forward play. We've certainly tightened up our defence, and we're still scoring plenty of tries. So it's been a much improved period really since Christmas.
And the squad last weekend went to Portugal. How beneficial was that for the whole squad?
Yeah, look, the idea of going to Portugal, we've got a terrific relationship with the Army, and we did a camp there in the pre-season. We took our second team across to Portugal, our A team really, to play against the Army side. So that was a really good fixture. The rest of the senior squad went across and really used it as a mini pre-season going into the last 3 games of the season. So plenty of sunshine, a lot of work in the gym, some hard yakka on the training pitch, and then we put our feet up and enjoyed each other's company on one of the nights, the night after the Army game on the Saturday. So it was it was good. It's just what the squad needed. We've come through a very, very long and cold winter, so it's just been good for us to get recharge the batteries and gee ourselves up for the last 3 games.
And earlier this week there was the announcements of Fergus Mulcrone, Eamon Sheridan, Mike Mayhew, who supporters already know. Can you tell us a bit more about those 3?
Yeah, well, Mike Mayhew, most of our supporters would be familiar with Mike. He came down from Newcastle when we had a run of injuries with hookers, and he was outstanding in his debut game for us against Worcester. Played a significant role in what was a thumping win for us at home. The other 2 boys, Fergus Mulcrone and Eamon Sheridan. Eamon's a real big lad. He's probably the same sort of size proportionally as Guy Armitage, so he's 110 or so kgs, 6'4", 6'5", and he's an outside back, probably a centre wing. He's come through the Leinster Academy. He's got very good reps, very high reps on him back home in Ireland, and he's been playing at his rugby at Rotherham, either at centre or on the wing. And he's a big, talented rugby player. Fergus Mulcrone is obviously Irish heritage there as well, which means he's a very good fit for us, but came through the Sale Academy, and he's also been playing at Rotherham, and he's another utility player. He can play in the centres or in the back 3 comfortably, but primarily we've brought him in to be a backup fullback to Tommy Homer. He's a big lad, he's around about 100 kgs, good ball player, just a good all-round rugby player. And I guess what the 2 backs really do, they come in and replace some of the youngsters, some of the young academy players that are moving on to Bath, and so they come in and fill those spots. They bring a lot of character, a lot of experience. So we're running a small squad of 38 players next season, relatively rookie-free to be honest. So we've got guys who can step up and play first team rugby, guys who will put a lot of pressure on, guys who will also strengthen our A team, our A League. Our performances in the A League in the last few seasons, haven't been as strong as we'd like. So these guys will come in and put pressure on for the matchday squad. And in Mikey Mayhew, I think we've got a signing. He'll keep Dave Pace very honest, and I think he's a Test match calibre player.
And looking ahead to this weekend, Exeter Chiefs, what sort of a challenge are you expecting down there?
Exeter Chiefs are very tough. They don't pretend to be the most talented team in the league, but they are certainly one of the best teams, a genuine team. They play for each other, they work very hard, they do all the fundamentals very well. They'll have a strong scrum and line out defensively. They get off the line very quickly. They'll try and bring their crowd into the game. They've tried to expand a little bit and play from deep, attack from deep. But we anticipate the weather to be quite wet. It's been wet all week down in the West Country, and the current forecast is at 3 o'clock, 90% chance of rain. So we've picked a big strong pack. We're expecting an arm wrestle up front. So there'll be lots of driving, lots of long scrummaging, and the breakdown obviously will be pretty hotly contested. So if we get our kick chase game right and we turn up in the right frame of mind, which I'm sure we will, we'll put ourselves in the contest. we want to get at least parity up front. We want a watertight defence, and we back ourselves. We back our attack over any team in the league. So hopefully we can get the fundamentals in place, our set piece and our defence, and if we can do that, then we're confident of nicking a win down there on the road.